Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Theater Breach coming to you here today. Over the past few days, there's been a little bit of a squabble over Owen Hart bringing up Martha Hart. I think it was a Bret Hart interview, where he started talking about Martha and the problems that Bret and Martha have over the years, ever since Owen's death, and basically Martha trying to make sure that no one is really profiting off of Owen Hart's death because of the way that Owen died, and WWE for the past few years has, been trying to mull over, should Owen Hart go into the WWE Hall of Fame. Back in 2015, it was late. It was probably in December when the Owen Hart Heart of Gold DVD was released. I really thought that Owen was going to be a lock to go into the Hall of Fame that year. I'm guessing that would be WrestleMania 32 or maybe 33 that would come up in 2017. I really thought he was going to go in, and I'm not quite sure. The other day on the PW Insider, it was asked if Owen Hart was even allowed to go into the WWE Hall of Fame, and Mike Johnson, the main reporter there, answered basically saying that Martha Hart wants to make sure that no one is able to profit off of Owen Hart, but has never really stepped up and made sure that nobody found a right way to honor Owen. I think that WWE needs to find a way to put Owen Hart into the Hall of Fame. I think the Owen Hart tragedy has been covered enough in the Owen Hart documentary, as well as the WWE 50th year anniversary DVD that came out a few years ago, to really put everything to rest. I mean, Owen Hart died tragically at the Over the Edge pay-per-view. It's been reported, it's been debated if Owen was going to keep wrestling that much longer. A lot of people like Martha have said that Owen was saving up for retirement. He didn't really like being on the road. He didn't really like being away from his family. And that if he had his way, he would walk away from wrestling at the end of his contract, and he would just basically stay at home from then on. I think that Owen would have stayed in the wrestling business, more than likely with WWF. I don't think that Owen ever would have got that main event push that he was there, but when you have people out there like The Godfather or Coco Beware, that sort of fill these roles. The past few years, almost there's one guy each and every year that gets put into the Hall of Fame that just makes me shake my head and realize how much of the Hall of Fame is a sham. I mean, you do really want to see your heroes and your favorite wrestlers go into there. Owen is a guy that, no matter what it was, if it was a house show, if it was a pay-per-view, it didn't matter if he was in a main event or if he was in a tag match, if he was battling for the Intercontinental Championship. This guy was one of the best wrestlers there was on the card. He could fill about any hole there was. He could technically wrestle. He could comedy wrestle. I don't think we ever really saw him do hardcore style of wrestling, but he could brawl. He did just about everything there was. Owen was the one guy that had the main event push against his brother, Bret Hart, that pushed Bret to the main popularity that he ever was in the WWF. I wouldn't be surprised if Owen goes into the Hall of Fame or not. There's a lot of people who basically say that morally, they don't think WWE should put them into the Hall of Fame. I think that, WWE has already conquered everything there was to do in the death of Owen Hart. I think that it's time to put him in there. I'm surprised he's not in there, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's in there sooner than later.